Okay. Hi everyone. Today we're gonna unbox Creality Ender V2. It's a FDM 3D printer. FDM is basically fusion deposition modeling printer, which uses a PLA filament. We're gonna show you the PLA later. So basically, this printer, is a very budgeted printer, and it is actually having very nice user reviews, and the support is too good. And nevertheless, it's a Chinese make, and the reseller is basically Idea. 3Idea is actually reselling it. There are other World 3D, something, they are also reselling it, but I bought it from here, and I bought it from Amazon. The Amazon, there was one more box on top of this. I just removed it for the sake of the unboxing, and yeah, I think it's let's unbox this. uh, yeah, so let me open this up for you. So Creality is in the 3D industry for a while. They introduced Ender-3 at 2018, I think, and after that they released several versions. There are many different versions, and this Creality Ender V2 is basically a smaller dimension one, which basically has very good user reviews, and they improve the features a lot in terms of they call the silent motherboard, the motors, there is no noise in the motor, and the axis movement and everything. So they improved a lot. Let's see it in action. Yeah. Let me remove this out. They nicely packed it. Straight away you can see the user manual. We'll go through it in a short while. And so yeah, so this is the printer bed. This is a printer base basically. So you can see it has both aluminum plate and as well as the glass plate. This is the top one is a glass plate. You can remove this clip and see it very well. Let me, yeah, I don't want to scratch this plate, but yeah, you can remove like this easily. So this is basically clipping the glass bed, I mean the glass plate to the bed. You can see this is a glass plate, and this is on top of this only we are going to print it. And you can see there will be a texture on top of this plate. Basically that works like a non-stick kind of thing, and basically that you can easily scoop out the model out of the bed. So that is the reason why they are given that. Let me pack exactly how it is, because I don't want to scratch it during the assembly. I want to keep this one again back again to the stuff. Let me do it. Yeah, like that, okay, fine. So basically this is the main unit, and I need to remove this, then only I can take that out. Yeah, so yeah, this is called XC axis kit. They call it XC axis kit. Why it's not just called X axis? Because it drives through two motors. You can see there is a motor here, and there is another motor here. There are two motors which is actually perpendicular to each other facing outside, and that is why they call it XC axis, because it operates on two different axes. And you can see a stopper switch here. Yeah, so basically this controls the x-axis motion, and based on that this will stop, right? So that is this XC axis kit. I'm going to keep it aside, and yeah, let me take this channel out so that I can remove the print bed. So this channel is basically the x-axis. Normally the channel will be exactly on top of the printer like this way, and this is the x-axis, and the print bed itself is called y-axis. I'll tell you why. Let me pull this out so that right there. You can see it more clearly. Weird. So yeah, if you look at this, yeah, so this is the nozzle again. This is, see the, yeah, Ender-3 variant and Ender V2 has, this additional thing, this is an add-on value to it, because now they covered completely with the plastic stuff and it looks more professional. And this is the brass nozzle, you can see it, and this is where the plastic heating fused plastic will come out of it, and these are the pulleys to actually move it around, around the x-axis. And let me keep it aside. And yeah, this is the printer bed, which is the y-axis, and and you can see a stopper switch here basically. Yeah, so this will basically stop the y-axis. After it sits here, it will get stopped. And these are the leveling screws. There are 4 leveling screws around the corners, you can see it here. And yeah, bed leveling is very, very important step to make sure the printer works perfectly. And you can see the another knob here. Can you show the knob here? Yeah, there is another knob here. So this knob, yeah, this knob basically is called y-axis tensioner. This will basically give some tension to this pulley. You can see a belt here. So this basically controls the y-axis. And you can see some wires coming around. This is for the stepper motors, mostly feeding the stepper motors. And there will be one wire coming here, which is for the head unit, I mean the display unit. Okay, and you can see some, they've given a nice storage box here, so you can put your pen drive and anything which actually fits in here. Okay, so pretty much that's it. They packed it very neatly, and you can see the filament nozzle here, I mean filament pipe, and that's where we are feeding it. And let me show you the back side of the bed basically. Yeah, you can see the y-axis motor here, the stepper motor again, and you can see power supply. This is the on and off button, and this is the power, this is the power card will go in here. And you can see some switching between 230 volt and 110. There will be a switching of voltage here, based on the country you are. Okay, so that is it. And let me show you the back side of the Creality. So this is where they made a nice job. If you look at the previous versions of Creality, they've added this is the motherboard unit, and they look at the wiring, how neatly they packed, very professionally packed. They improved a lot. And this is again the power supply unit. The power supply unit is actually, earlier it used to be on the side of the printer. Now it is neatly packed under the stuff. Okay, so let me keep this aside so we can move on to the next things carefully. Okay, so now if you look at this, this is a filament spool actually. So you can simply take this out using the T channel. Okay, so you can simply connect the spool, and this can be mounted on top of the printer, so that the filament will be keep running, and it can wind out, right? And this is the most important piece. Again, this is new characteristics of Creality. They improved the display unit in a neat way. If you look at the display unit, there's a knob here. Knob is used to navigate around the options, and this center button is to basically select it. So that's how it is. Okay, and one more thing is, basically this is not a touch screen. Whatever you're seeing is not a touch screen. It's only you can select options through this knob, but it works very nicely. It's very fluent and clean, and the UI is also very great. Yeah, so this is the y-axis channel, and you can also see the z-axis rod in here. Let me pull this out because it contains some grease, just to make sure the lubricant is perfected. So yeah, so what's happening here is, you can see they've given another motor separately. So this is a z-axis motor. So in this motor, this pulley is going to connect, the rod is going to connect, and this operates the z-axis motion of the nozzle. Okay, so that's how it works. And again, you can also see some, they've given some stopper. They call it z-axis stopper. You can see it here. Yeah, so this is a z-axis limit switch. So you can see the switch here. So this will actually, needs to be connected along with this stepper motor when the z-axis rod is actually fixed. And they given a needle to clean the filament. The filament which is actually extruded in the nozzle or the pipe. Then they're given extra nozzle and extra valves in the, you can see that as well. Okay, and they're given a one sample filament which is very small, it is in quantity, but this is enough for you to actually test a a simple model or very small model. Okay, they're given a white filament for you, and so these are mostly the screws and hexagon spanners and stuff. So this basically used for the assembling the stuff. We're going to see this assembling stuff in a short while. And there will be one more thing, which is actually a passive z-axis block, they call it. This sits on the other side of the z-axis rod. So basically this helps in moving the nozzle up and down along the z-axis. And you can also see a scooper, which is actually useful when if you want to take the model out of the bed once it's actually printed. Okay, and they're given a plier and a cutter to basically cut the filaments in case it's actually, to start with, or in case if you are actually extruding or something. Okay, so this is a useful tool. And another one important thing I want to specify here is, so this is again an z-axis tensioner, I would say. So this is again x-axis tensioner. Again, this will come along the stuff. So this will tighten the pulley again or around the x-axis. And this knob is what I want to tell you. So this will be going along with the nozzle, around the nozzle. So this will basically keep rotating, based on the the printing speed and stuff. But again, when this stops or something happened to this, then you can check for extrusion or something wrong in the printing. Okay, so this is basically an indicator for you. Okay, and they're given a power card, a 2-pin power card, and which is sturdy and nice. And that's it, I think. So last but not least, the user manual. I definitely want to comment on the user manual. We can see it. They've given a warranty card along with it. We can see there's a warranty, and there is a warranty card, and there is a user manual, and they're given the Creality service team links and stuff with the QR code. And let's look at the user manual, very important. And user manual is very clean, I would say. You won't feel that Chinese company kind of stuff. If you look at the user manual, the product information is neatly printed, and they given the parts very neatly. If you have some experience with the IKEA products, this is how the user manual is. So user manual is very good. And so there are about 12 steps to print the 3D model. So you can easily grab through this. The instructions are very clean, and the 12th step is you can start printing it. Probably 12th or 14th steps, but still the other steps are very, very simple, like loading the filament and stuff and start printing. Okay, so they are also given some troubleshooting, how you can do the troubleshooting and stuff. So so pretty much that's it. The user manual is clean. and you can watch my YouTube channel to basically see how you can assemble it. Yeah, so thanks for watching.